Dungeons & Dragons fans, buckle up. The sequel to Solasta is here in demo form. This is your first look at the demo of Solasta II. In this intriguing tactical fantasy RPG that stays faithful to the world's most popular tabletop role-playing game, you uncover the lands of Neokos with a party of 4 adventurers in a quest driven by family legacy. You play as a new fledgling party of heroes, but in the demo, your playable characters are set for the sake of the gameplay, which takes you about 2 hours to get through. When the game is released, you'll be able to create your own adventuring party. With all that being said, let's discuss the gameplay. Solasta II is a turn-based RPG, which means in combat you roll initiative to determine the order of the fight, and use each player character's abilities to fight and defeat your foes. If you've played a turn-based combat system before, this is pretty standard to how all turn-based games work. I think the game gives you good descriptions about what each ability does, but be careful. Make sure you stay tactical and think ahead. For the role-playing side, when speaking with NPCs, you get the option to answer with all of your party members and not just the one you currently have leading the party. This is a nice change of pace compared to how games like Baldur's Gate 3 works when it comes to role-playing. The art design of Solasta II is beautiful. It's well detailed, the characters are expressive when in role-playing scenes, and the spell effects look fantastic. I also find the color design of the art to be vivid in color and dynamic in contrast. The epic fantasy music is always a massive yes for me, but more importantly, I find the transitions between ambient music to battle music to be very smooth and not jarring at all. Also, the voice acting for the characters are really crisp, and the devs made sure that the animations of the character's mouth match up well.
Hope it ain't that stupid dragon again.
One thing I noticed was that sometimes the voice lines cut off just a bit too soon. When this happened, it was the last word of the dialogue. Now, when I launched the game, there was a pop-up message saying that there will be some small glitches here and there, as this is not a final product. The developers also made sure to ensure that any issues seen in the demo will be fixed and smoothed out before release. Overall, this is a stunning fantasy tactical turn-based RPG. It stays true to the 5e rule set of Dungeons & Dragons, and if you have ever wanted to get into D&D but the rules overwhelm you, this game could definitely be a fantastic introduction. What I think is the most exciting part of this game is you do not need to play the first game to play this one. It's a brand new story with brand new characters, just in the same world. The developer, Tactical Adventures, has announced that Solasta II will be available in early access form later in 2025. So if you have what it takes, bring your party of adventurers together to face off against the dark force led by Shadwyn. Remember, you make the choices, but the dice decides your fate. This is your first look at Solasta II.